Lord have mercy. Yo, 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 my people. Welcome back to Live with Fergie. And tonight we've got another episode of Catch Up with Carlon with the Love Island series featuring day slash episode 25. Now, before we get into this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit me up in the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie. Snapchat is Carlon123. And without further ado, let's get into the Love Island notes. First of all, the hashtags were hashtag saddle up and hashtag too hot to trot. Those two viewers we have in the one like, invite all your friends and family. We have some things to discuss and drop those likes. We glimpse over Tom's situation. The heat is on. What's up, Matthew? Good to hear from you again. The heat is on. 4 viewers, 2 likes. Thank you very much. Let's bump up those numbers. Maura goes in on Tom. The Flack is back. And that was just the little glimpse over what we were going to see in the episode. Now, Tom and Maura chat at the fire pit. She brings up what she's heard. Tom basically explains himself. It's very early stages. It's all good. They kiss, move on. Tom, Michael, and Jordan chat at the swing set. They are the wet mop gang, whatever that means, or wet mock gang. I don't really know what Ian Sterling was saying or what they were saying. Danny and Arabella discuss whether or not Michael is whipped. And Danny just ultimately comes out with, you know what? Happy wife, happy life. Michael pulls Amber for a chat to the fire pit. And I really don't know what this conversation was. They were sort of just going back at it with each other. Michael's talking about, I'm just trying to speak to you. And Amber's just like, about what though? And he's just like, just anything. And it then becomes a walk and talk sort of mini argument thing. Those 4 viewers, bring those other people. Come on. It's now bedtime. Nothing much really happens. We move on to the next day, the morning. Amy complains about Curtis's snoring, so she believes she should get an extra half an hour in bed. Molly-Mae and Tommy do some sparring with the boxing gloves and pads. Maura tells Lucy about the secret conversation with Anna. And she basically says, if he's lied, he can F off. Michael and Amber make up on the day bed. He apologizes. And once again, I really don't know what this conversation was because she was sort of having it but not having it. And it then sort of worked itself out weirdly. Amber tells Amy, what's up, Callum? Good to hear from you. Amber tells Amy about Lucy's never say never. Amy immediately tells Curtis. Tommy and Lucy are currently taking selfies in the kitchen at this point. And we come to realize another thing Tommy doesn't know is how to turn off a stove. 7 viewers, 3 likes. Thank you very much. Let's bump up those numbers. Tommy and Molly-Mae chat about what to do for their 1-month anniversary. And I think he says something special, of course. 9 viewers, 3 likes. Thank you very much. Keep it up. Tommy got a text for a date between himself and Molly-Mae to do with horse riding, which is why we then get the hashtags, hashtag saddle up, hashtag too hot to trot. Now, when they get to the date, we come to find out that Tommy does not know how to even get onto a horse, much less ride one. I'm holding on for dear life. He then decides to sing an improv country western dedicated to Molly. Back at the villa, Arabella, Lucy, and Maura chat on the swing set about Tommy. And Lucy basically just explains, I'm not going to change my friendship. She's basically not going to change her friendship because she doesn't see the need to act different if she was already acting a certain way before. Fair enough. Curtis, Danny, and Anton chat. He tells them about Lucy's never say never. They wonder where her head's at. Like, is it a sort of case of, is it never say never, like brushed off, or is it never say never, like I've got some plans or something? Tommy and Molly-Mae then get off of their horses. They chat about like everything that's happened by a fence. I think they were drinking a beer all together. Then they kiss. Simple stuff. Back at the villa, Maura brings Jordan to the swing set to find out the details that basically have happened between himself and Tom. Jordan told Maura what Tom said in confidence. Now, bear this in mind. Jordan promised at the start of the conversation with Tom, yep, I won't tell anyone. He then goes off to tell Anna. He then pinky swears with Anna not to tell anybody else. Anna then goes off to tell Maura, and it's all come back. Hello there, Ghost Vlogs. Bring more people, bring your friends and family. Now, at the end of Jordan basically elaborating for her, he says, try not to bite his head off. And she's just like, just acting as if she won't, okay? Now, Maura confronts Tom. Why weren't you honest with me? You're a coward. Am I an attention seeker? And my problem with this is they're both in the wrong, and I can understand both points of view. But here's my problem. Maura, how are you going to complain about him calling, initially thinking you were an attention seeker, but you're going to shout this to the entire villa saying, do you think I'm an attention seeker? Do you think I'm OTT? Do you think I'm cringe? Like, you literally just proved his point bang on just then. So then Tom explains to Curtis, Danny, and Anton what's happened. Arabella, Maura, and Lucy chat inside. And then Tom asks Jordan what's happened, because he's thinking, you've literally just betrayed me, because how has this all come back? And Amber tries to say it's because of what's come out of your mouth or whatever. Maura breaks out in tears and she says, I'm not in here to play a game. But she believes that Tom's in there to play games. Tom tries to get Maura for 5 minutes to sort of like clear the air. She's not having it. And he's basically saying, you're going to call me immature, but aren't you currently now being immature? And then she tries to sort of like deflect it. Tommy and Molly-Mae return to the villa just before things are about to sort of like kick off. So I was just thinking to myself, wow, that's like perfect timing. Molly-Mae obviously brags to all the girls on the daybed about how the date went and stuff. Tommy tells the boys, but then Maura fills in Molly-Mae alongside the girls about the situation with Tom. And then Tom tries to explain to the guys. Now, Tom chats with Curtis in the bedroom. Maura then enters. Excuse me. Tom then tries to explain, and Maura basically storms off. She's not having anything. She's not having any of it. She doesn't want to speak to him or see him. We get to the evening preparations for a neon party. Maura, Amber, and Arabella chat by the fire pit. Tom, Michael, Curtis, Danny, and Jordan chat. Maura pulls Tom for a chat on the swing set. They explain over the situation. Maura basically calls it quits and just says, yeah, we're done. I mean, this is really early on, and we've already had 2 arguments. Yeah, it's just finished. The Islanders all watch this happen. Now, here was the interstellar moment. The Flack is back. Oh my God. First of all, Caroline, you were looking lovely today. Looking lovely. But yeah, she enters. The Islanders are not happy. Not happy in the slightest. So they get told to gather around the fire pit, of course. And she basically tells them about how the public have been voting and they had to vote for a couple that they wanted to save. Now, 3 couples were saved. Those being, in this order, Molly-Mae and Tommy, Lucy and Anton. I didn't know exactly why this happened. It's because I strongly believe that's because of the fact that Anton hasn't had much luck. I think most people genuinely like Lucy, so they were just like, you know what, even though they're in a friendship couple, still try to like keep them in. And then Amber and Michael were the next saved couple. And if you saw Amy's face, you could see Amy looking just like, what's going on? Just like, we should be there, sort of thing, you know? Yeah, Matthew. Funny how things spread so exactly. Things spread so quickly through the villa. No, only if you pinky swear on the best. Okay. Now, we then come to find out from Caroline that the couple leaving is determined by the Islanders that were saved. So the boys have to dump, but here's the catch. The boys have to dump a girl from one of the couples, and the girls have to dump a boy from one of the couples. It's not dumping a couple. It's not dumping 2 people. It's dumping 2 separate. Now, the girls decided to dump Tom. It was really, really obvious. Like, I mean, Amber was the spokeswoman, and she tried to talk about, oh, it was a very difficult decision to make. Don't even try that. Do not bring that to the table. You know, it was no difficult decision. You wanted that man gone time ago. So don't play that card. Now, the boys decided to dump Arabella, and Tommy was the spokesman, and he basically just expressed that they felt Arabella hadn't really engaged with, hadn't really brought much to the villa, hadn't really engaged with the rest of the boys. So yeah, that's why they chose her. Maura then tries to comfort Danny, and the song Hurts Like Hell plays in the background. And then when Tom and Arabella leave, and sort of like give their perspective to the camera, he just says, you know what, it is what it is. I don't feel I got the necessary chance that I wanted or whatever. But tomorrow night, oh my God, Casa Amor returns. Like finally some punch, some like give you a good run for your money sort of thing. And I can't tell you anything. All I can say is there are plenty of new boys and plenty of new girls. And I'm just waiting to see how the loyalty is tested. So that brings us to the end of the notes. We got 11 people on the live, 2 likes. Thank you very much. Bring more people. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think is going to happen? Like, I mean, do you think these relationships are truly going to be put to the test? I mean, is Tommy's head going to be turned? Are Curtis and Amy ever going to work out? Like, I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, people? Because I mean, Casa Amor is back. So I'm looking forward to that. But that brings us to the end of the video. I'm hoping you've enjoyed. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of the video. Hoping you've all enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit me up in the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie. So follow me. Literally, follow me right now. Snapchat is Carlon123. And also feel free to DM me any video ideas that you've got. Because obviously, Love Island is just an annual thing. And I plan to bring more daily content and even more streams if you like this sort of stuff to you on a regular basis. But until then, I shall see you in the next video. So peace and God bless.